light onto your face. See it?
Watch. Oh yeah.
Turn the phone away and look how much it's quite a bit. That's funny.
I glow.
Glow. You guys should check out Anime-Versal Midnight Run. It'll be back sometime in this new year. I'm certain. You found what you were looking for?
No.
Aw, poor Christine. You know what's cool though?
What?
Is we actually have our new background up. I'm looking down at the display, but we've got our new background up, and this is kind of the soft launch for Genreverse Podcast Network's YouTube channel. This episode's going to go up on the LRM YouTube channel as well as Genreverse, but our big official, I'm going to have a launch trailer and stuff, will be Monday morning. But cool. You know what else we've got? We've got our new intro video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily Cup of Genre, the show on which we talk about everything in geek and entertainment, pop culture, all of that stuff. We're all about it here. Sponsored by the good folks over at Grow Generation on the LRM Genreverse Podcast Network. Of course, it's also available at LRMonline.com, the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcast from. And yeah, guys, that new channel is up. If you're watching us on it now, cool, thank you. Please subscribe. If not, if you're watching us on the LRM YouTube channel, please take a moment. If you like the podcast, Anime-Versal and Breaking Geek Radio, Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, all of that, the Cantina, if you're into that, please do go over to the Genreverse Podcast Network YouTube channel, Genreverse YouTube channel. I'm just going to shorten it to that.
Okay.
The official name stays the same, but I'll put the link down below and on the website. So yeah, help us reach our 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. Help us get that beautiful watch time so we can monetize and make money. Because I love money. Do you love money?
I do love money.
Oh man. So guys, today we're going to be stereotypical, and we're going to talk about 2021, the year in reviews, so to speak. Entertainment. It was a odd year for movies, especially looking at our list of movies that we watched.
Meh.
Yeah, I mean, we did see quite a few in theaters. I saw Godzilla versus Kong
with Lucas.
You and I saw Mortal Kombat. We all saw Black Widow, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Spider-Man No Way Home. All 2021 movies that we actually saw in theaters.
Yep.
And then we're also going to go over TV shows, streaming, and anime. And
looking forward to that.
Yeah, I did look up games, but I realized I don't think I played a single brand new 2021 game.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like I didn't. And mostly because a lot of it was either PS5 as far as what I wanted, a PS5 exclusive. You think Ratchet and Clank, you think of the Final Fantasy VII Intergrade with the Yuffie side stuff. But because of the supply issues and because of what's been going on in the world, I don't have a PS5 yet. So I don't think I'll be talking about games on the PC side. I wanted to get to Deathloop, which is a first-person shooter, console exclusive for PlayStation, I think, but also on the computer. I'm not sure. Anyways, I wanted to check that out, but I heard the computer version was not all that great. So we'll have to wait and see. But what do you feel about just the year in entertainment in general? Was it better than last year? Was it worse? I mean,
I think it was.
How you feeling?
It was better than last year as far as like TV shows go, because that's where like it really shined this year. I felt there was a lot to watch, and there's some that I haven't even gotten a chance to touch on or finish. Like we haven't finished Lock and Key. And we love that show, and it's just like one of those it's like trying to get to. And so I think like with TV shows, it was really good. There's some second seasons, third seasons, fourths, whatever, first seasons that were really good. So yeah, like it was really good.
Yeah,
Can't stop saying that word.
One thing that I guess I really picked up on in 2020 and carried over into 2021 was YouTube. I've never been a huge YouTube watcher as far as like actual channels. I didn't have a lot of subscriptions until last year. I'd manually look up whoever I wanted to see, but channels like the Gaming Historian, LTT, Linus Tech Tips, and all of the family of Linus Media Group channels, except Mac Address. Fuck Mac. No, I'm joking. The guy that hosts that looks like a Mac fan though.
It's funny.
But yeah,
Simon Whistler.
Simon Whistler, big last year, even bigger this year.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Brantley, our co-host over at Anime-Versal Reviews, his channel's been growing. Pulp Mythos on YouTube, that's one word. And then lots of others. And what kind of really started my whole YouTube like actual like following some YouTuber, and I still don't like most of Chris Broad. And that was like 2018. I think it was at SLC when I discovered him.
Yeah.
Senior Leader Course, United States Army. Woo! But no, like that travels, because that's what I used YouTube as mostly, was like information stuff, informative.
You've always been the information guy.
Like Johnny Five, input, need input.
Yeah, and in fact, like our family's just like that. We watch documentaries and stuff. But yeah, we've been heavily into the stuff that's been going on in Japan for YouTube. And,
as far as like traveling and lifestyle, not like party lifestyle, but like living.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we could, besides Chris Broad, the guys from Trash Taste, like Giga, fucking the Anime Man, and Connor Dog VA, Sea Dog VA, whatever the fuck, all those weird names. But like those guys, Charla, Emma and Tokyo created bad what happened to them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was great. And then I don't know, the whole thing about YouTube that I don't like is a lot of the big channels that aren't informative. Your streamers and your let's play and all of that. They're so fucking condescending to people, and they are dumbing down America and the world.
I know, they've sucked in our sun.
Oh, it's awful.
Like, why? It's
every
weird. Way too expressive, way too over dramatic.
And that streaming voice. Well, guys, oh boy, they did this to me. I can't believe that. Oh my god. I
know you've run into at least one that I can remember when you were playing TF2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
Yeah, it really is. But let's go ahead and talk about movies. That's one of the big things that was missing from 2020 was movies. And this year we got to return to the movie theaters. The last movie in theaters that we all saw was Sonic the Hedgehog before the pandemic hit. And then 2020 goes through 2021. Lucas and I went and saw Godzilla vs. Kong, and then you and I saw Mortal Kombat together. And then the first time all of us were in the theaters together was Black Widow.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man No Way Home.
No, and then I think Venom, Ghostbusters, and then Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to, yeah.
But anyways, overall, the movies were serviceable. I wish I could have seen more in the theaters, and
yeah,
I actually think by having the things available on streaming for you and I, was detrimental to seeing more movies, because things like Dune we still haven't watched.
Exactly.
And it's just a Tenet. You know, I like Chris Nolan's movies, but it's kind of like, oh, it's there, I'll get to it whenever, instead of, oh, it's only in theaters for so long, and we had the whole, you know, Lucas, our kids situation. But what were some of the movies you did enjoy before we tell everyone our favorites for the year?
Okay, well, wasn't much that I did enjoy. Mortal Kombat was good.
And not just theaters, but even streaming movies.
Okay, yeah, well, now that I can't place, necessarily. What all did I write down here?
I don't know, grab the
I'm trying to
book.
Grab the book. What did I... My eyesight's terrible now. I'm like an old lady. The Suicide Squad. It was my favorite. I'm just gonna. I didn't want to hold on to it because I can't say anything. I watched Chaos Walking, and it was. Cruella was better than that. Space Jam: A New Legacy was, so it's. Movies didn't really do anything for me. For me, it was like TV series. Yeah. What? So I had to just throw in my favorite because it's like I got nothing nice to say.
Well, what about did anything like I was really surprised at how well both Godzilla versus Kong and Mortal Kombat played out. I know you didn't see GVK yet, but Mortal Kombat, you and I were both impressed. Not like it was a mind-blowing, amazing movie, but way better than it should have been.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's that, and then
what was the biggest disappointment that you saw? Like the movie that let you down the most?
Movie that let me down the most? Probably Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Me too.
God. Yeah.
So disappointing. You guys can check out my review of that on a past episode of the Daily COG genre on the Genreverse YouTube channel. Nah. I'm not gonna say LRM anymore now. It's also there. But actually I don't know if I uploaded that one to Genreverse. But anyways, it wasn't a Ghostbusters movie. They literally just took the ideas of sci-fi shows like X-Files and Stranger Things with just the kids this time, and just put Ghostbusters stuff in it, but it's not a Ghostbusters movie. And I'm loving watching people, especially after No Way Home came out and did nostalgia better. I'm loving watching people kind of think back and be like, okay, Afterlife is all right, it's serviceable, which are things that I said if it was in a vacuum, if I didn't have the originals, or if it was an independent
there's still some uncomfortable moments for me where it's like, this doesn't work for me.
But overall, like, if we didn't have the past Ghostbusters, you'd probably look at that as a serviceable, watch it with the boy type movie. But as a Ghostbusters movie, it was awful.
My favorite part of the movie was the house. I was like, oh, that house looks great. I'd love to renovate it. Everything else, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, this is all right. Yeah, this isn't so much, so it's like, that was like the only thing I'm like, oh my God, I want to live there and fix it up. But yeah, other than that, it was just like,
remember this, remember that. Yeah, I do. Are you guys going to actually do something with it instead of just you took out the firehouse out of the equation, and in order to remind us of the firehouse, you put a fire pole to a secret lab in a shack on a farmhouse. What the fuck, Jason Reitman? What the fuck? And I even Daddy, where were you to smack your son in the head, to get his riders smacked in the head, to not have a scientist put a goddamn fire pole in a shack to a secret lab where you got to carry all the equipment down.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird.
He's
an old man.
Spoilers are out the window now. It's been out for months.
Yeah.
But Egon would not have, being that smart, would not have used.
He's not sentimental.
No.
So it's like, exactly. It's weird.
Anyways,
I don't know.
So the Suicide Squad was your favorite.
Yes.
Why?
It was, well, first off, it was way better than Suicide Squad. But it was, yeah, it was a lot of fun. The way that they executed that was, it worked. Loved the characters. Seeing Nathan Fillion as the detachable kid was hilarious. But yeah, like just all the characters. Peacemaker was great. It worked. All the characters together, it just worked. And that was what was missing, I think, from the first one, as well as other things. But it was just kind of like, y'all don't really flow well together. So yeah,
it was good. It was fun. I think a lot of people that had never seen trauma movies, that are not into gore films, body horror, and things like that. I think a lot of them were more impressed with this film than I was. I enjoyed it all those things I like, and I've seen, I've seen Tromeo and Juliet, I've seen Poultrygeist, and of course Toxic Avenger and all that. So it was just kind of, for me, it wasn't shocking. So it was enjoyable, but because it was all stuff I'd seen before, I think, I don't want to say I was let down at all, because I just wasn't as impressed. You know what I'm saying? But leaps and bounds better than the first one. Harley, I love the fact that it was not a Harley movie. Thank you, James. Thank you,
and they did
Margot.
her so well,
so much better.
Yeah,
everything you guys did, you balanced it out very, very, very well, and I'm excited for Peacemaker.
Yeah, and the thing is, Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad to me was good, but Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad was like really good.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that.
And I guess, we both had the same disappointment, but my favorite movie of the year has to go to Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not necessarily the best. I don't even consider it a top 5 MCU movie, but it is the only MCU trilogy, Iron Man, Thor, Cap, Spider-Man, the only ones that have gotten through at least 3. Thor's about to get his fourth film. It's the only one that doesn't have a film in the bottom 10, though, because Dark World, bottom 10 MCU. First Captain America, bottom 10 MCU. It's good film, and I think Thor Dark World benefits from the other movies, but overall it's it's got some issues.
There were some great parts to it.
Yeah, No Way Home's a lot of fun. It's a Tom Holland movie. If you guys haven't seen it, spoilers: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But they did their, Andrew and Toby nostalgia way better than Ghostbusters Afterlife did their nostalgia.
There were still some parts that were awkward for me, but some scenes did land well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like the when Andrew Garfield shows up, and the whole him and MJ bickering, and her like prove that you're a Peter Parker, a Spider-Man. That went on too long for me. That was one of those where I was like, okay, cut 5 seconds here, cut 10 seconds there. Yeah, this movie had that, but man, they landed it. All of my biggest fears, for the most part, didn't happen. It landed well. Do I wish it had been different? Yes. Do I still wish that there had been less of the Garfield and Maguire? Yes. I even wish they hadn't been in it at all. The worst part for me is the Aunt May thing, because again, I'll point out that Spider-Man in Civil War says, when you can do what I do, and I'm paraphrasing, but when you can do what I do and you don't, and then the bad stuff happens, alluding to Uncle Ben's death and Peter not doing something about it. What made Peter Parker, MCU Peter Parker, want to be Spider-Man? And I hate that they're just going to go with, he's a fanboy of the Avengers, and when he got powers because he liked Stark, that's what made him do it, but he's not Spider-Man until May dies. It's just, a real shitty retcon. It's real crappy writing. You could have had May remind him of the, family saying that it's their thing of great power. Remember what your Uncle Ben said.
Exactly, that would have
something
been
like
landed
that,
better.
Something like that, and still have her death be the reason why Peter wants to kill Goblin and needs to be stopped from doing that. All of that I'm fine with. It's literally just retconning the movies themselves, not even retconning the comic. It's just like, oh my god, I don't like it at all. I don't.
Yes.
But I loved the movie overall. It'll be good that it's only going to take 45 days, 50 days maybe before it's going to hit digital. I don't know, but movies. Anything else you want to put out about movies?
No. Well, Space Jam, A New Legacy.
What about it?
Did I mention? Did you? You didn't watch it?
I didn't see
That's
it
what
yet.
it was. That's what I wanted to. It was okay.
Eternals was awful.
I didn't watch it.
That was awful. I couldn't even finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So, not most disappointing movie, but what do you think is the worst movie? For me, the worst movie I saw this year. Ooh, Eternals or Zack Snyder's Justice League. Which one was worse?
Yeah, because I don't think I watched
Eternals. I finished Justice League and it was serviceable, but yeah, Eternals was awful.
I don't know. I can't pick a worse one that I saw. It's hard.
Venom.
There were parts that were good.
Very,
it was,
very few.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll go ahead and continue on with our TV picks. So TV, yes. Christine, was huge. Actually, you know what, guys? Since we're going to be talking about TV for a minute, and we're already 20 minutes into the show, let's take a quick word from our sponsors over at Grow Generation, and then we'll talk TV.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. From propagation to harvest, they have everything you need for your special garden. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the episode. Grow Generation. Welcome to the new channel sponsorships as well. Or sponsoring the new channel.
Yes.
Anyways, Christine, before I continue to mess everything up, tell us a little bit about the shows and series that caught your eye, and hold on to your favorite pick until I ask.
Okay. Well, this one I don't have to reveal my favorite until later because I actually have a lot of good things to say about this. Yeah, so The Witcher 2, I binged that as fast as I could.
Yeah, you did.
Let's see here. Shadow and Bone, you didn't watch that with me though. Made for Love, you didn't finish it, and it was awesome. It was
all right. Yeah, it was interesting. I liked it. The lady that plays the mother from How I Met Your Mother, Kristen's something, but yeah. She was great in it. The guy was cool in it. I don't know. I think if it had been maybe a movie instead of a series, I would have liked it more. I think it just kind of went on too long, and that's kind of like why I kind of got out of it. It's
I loved it just the way it was.
I think they needed to play with the whole them being in each other's minds more earlier. Like, it's just too slow of a burn. Okay. I think that's why I kind of fell out of it, but it was still enjoyable what I saw.
You didn't watch much of it, so
it was like two or three episodes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, Midnight Mass, he did not watch, and you missed out.
Make horror movies, not shows.
But it was great.
I
fucking
try to
loved
give it
it.
A chance, but
you did?
No, I said I should.
Oh, should have. I thought you said you did give it a chance. I'm like, I don't remember that. Let's see here. The Great.
That was great.
That was
awesome. Season
Loved
2.
it. Yeah, can't wait for. That's what sucks because it was like The Witcher season 2, The Great. It was just like as soon as you finished it, you're like, well, shit, I want more. Because they were really that good. So yeah, then of course like we watched stuff like Loki, Hawkeye, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Wheel of Time, Cobra Kai season 3. and season 4 comes out today.
Yes, it does. That's one we'll be watching for the No Mercy podcast, guys.
Yes.
I think Manny said we're going to record in a couple of days, so hopefully maybe by Wednesday, the first episode for No Mercy podcast covering season 4 of Cobra Kai will be out. Then we're going to do 3 episodes this week, 3 next week, and then 4 the final week. Anyways, go ahead.
And then What If?
Yeah.
And then What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, yes. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my God, it was so amazing.
So out of just kind of curiosity, what do you rank those Marvel shows? You can set it down right there.
I'll hold it just because the anime part.
Okay.
I'll be the one reading it.
What do you think about the Marvel shows? Like, how would you rank those? And were any of them disappointing, like outright disappointing?
Well, I'll say Hawkeye had some disappointments, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Love
Kate.
Yeah,
and
exactly. She was amazing.
Great. And Yelena was awesome. Just her motivation was trash.
It was kind of did not fit. Number 1 for me was Loki. Number 2, WandaVision, I would say. Then Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Or no. Yes, I don't know. And then What If, I guess. It's hard.
Those bottom ones are kind of difficult
to rank. But yeah, Loki was my favorite.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's really, I know a lot of people had issues with WandaVision, but I actually really enjoyed it. I think that's because Nick and I tempered our expectations. I still stand by it's wrong if they, at this point, if they don't use Mephisto in something, it's kind of wrong because you've borrowed so much from stories involving him that it's like a disservice to the writers of those stories to ignore such a big part. I don't even care about the Mephisto slow burn train of being right. It's literally just a matter of principle at this point. Marvel and Disney don't have the best relationship with their comics, source material writers these days, especially from the past. You think Ed Brubaker was really upset with what happened with the Winter Soldier movie and changes that were made, and as far as money and credit and things like that. But I liked WandaVision. I loved the real life stage magic that was used both in the show on screen and then done kind of behind the scenes to fool all of us, misdirections and sleight of hand, and I loved all of that. And
it was really good.
Yeah, I think that might be number 1, but if not, definitely Loki as far as these Marvel shows. And then
stuff you liked.
I don't know. I was going to try to finish ranking those.
Oh, okay.
So after WandaVision, we'll say Loki ekes it out just a bit because it was a more cohesive story, I guess you could say. Didn't feel as rushed. But after Loki, WandaVision, then I'd probably say Falcon and Winter Soldier, What If, Hawkeye, similar to yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even say Hawkeye, but yeah, dead last. I'm sorry.
But it's not the worst
exactly.
of
even though it's
them.
last, it doesn't mean it was terrible. It got a passing grade.
Cobra Kai was fine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, talk about mostly disappointing.
Like we couldn't even finish it.
The last two episodes, still haven't watched it. The first episode, it was kind of like, okay, you guys got through it, and then the second one's just like, oh god, and then the third was okay, and then it was just not. I feel so bad for that show, a show that went out of its way to make relevant, good social commentary, gets the boot because it doesn't show cops in enough negative light, and they just They went in the whole complete opposite direction. It was one of the most diverse casts ever. Hispanic leads, black leads, LGBT representation. I mean, holy shit! You know, it was a really good show.
Some good points throughout the seasons, and then all of a sudden, it's like they want to cram all of this. And it just felt so forced. It didn't feel natural with the whole, like, oh, this stuff is bad.
Rosa's going to quit. And,
yeah, it was just kind of like, what the hell?
Kevin and Holt are separated and all of that. And even some of those stories could have been touched on, but to just throw it into the season at season one, no.
Yeah, and then I don't know what was up with Boyle, but him trying to just do that whole like
white guilt, bullshit shit.
It's like,
overcompensating.
You have known Terry for so long.
He wouldn't have been like that.
Exactly. It's like, why do you have to grovel?
I don't like what they did to Terry either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Cruz. So let's go ahead and talk about what we did like, though, as far as TV shows, or streaming series. What was your all-time favorite this year?
Oh my god, that's hard. Because it's like, it's between The Great, Witcher Season 2, Shadow and Bone. So I can't really pick a favorite. I'm gonna go with The Great.
Okay. I can respect that. Why does that eke out Shadow and Bone? Why does that eke out?
Because it's such a fucked up show in such a great way, and I love fucked up shit. So for me, it was just like when she gets her hand stabbed, and she pulls it out and stabs the Sultan, and she's like walking away, and she's like, he was looking at my ears, and like the guy had like a necklace of ears. And so it was just like some of the little things were just like so messed up. And it's like Peter having sex with his mother-in-law. He could not hold back, and then she falls out of a fucking window. The show is so wild. So yeah, it's the favorite of the year by a little bit, because there's also other ones that were just like so amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you?
I wanted it to be the Wheel of Time, but they missed those last two episodes, especially that last one, and we think that it's mostly due to the pandemic, filming issues, not necessarily bad writing, but it is what it is. But that's not it. For me, I'm gonna give it to What We Do in the Shadows, another fucked up show that ended with some crazy.
So then there's 4
crazy stuff, shocking through several episodes leading up to the final 2. Colin especially.
Yes.
And then the only downfall for What We Do in the Shadows is having Guillermo be this super badass, but the actor is an overweight actor that can't be as physical. So when they start doing fights and things like that, the stunt doubles, and it becomes very, very hard to film. That's a technical issue. And one of those that when you start thinking about obesity representation or fat representation, I don't know what the proper PC word is, but when you start thinking about comic books characters like Faith and stuff like that, I think that's her name, that are plus sized, if you will, you used that. I always think of that as more like a female only. I don't know, because it's always like plus size model and stuff, but you can't. Big people don't have superpowers in real life, and often cannot do the things that maybe you see in a comic book or video game. That includes like fat dwarves and things like the Lord of the Rings. They did decent with Gimli, and that his name.
That's
the
one
dwarf,
of them.
Yeah, in Lord of the Rings, the main dwarf. You have him getting picked up, and they use his size and body the way it would be. all the superpowers in the world. Can't have
there's limitations.
Real humans do yes. So that was the only drawback to it. But I love the actor playing Guillermo. I wouldn't change him for anything. Just might change what the character's doing, so that way it's not as jarring when you can see the cuts in the fights and stuff. But I love the show. I can't wait for the next season. Taika Waititi keep knocking it out of the. I love it whenever they get other vampires, like bringing in Deacon from Blade was awesome, and he's an actor.
That became a vampire.
Snipes and love it. So
and I can't wait to see what happens next, because I think where they stopped, it was just like, it was so huge. So, for me, I'm like, well, shit, you ended it on such an intense moment. Like, what happens next?
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait.
But yeah.
So the last subject we have to really cover is one of our favorites, anime.
Yes.
You and I have watched way more than what we're about to talk about, because we only wanted to talk about things that
came out this year,
whether that's a second, third season or a whatever. But God, just this week we've watched 3 full spicy series. The one about the gamers, the one with the guy that's got all the pervy girls into him. One wants him to be a slave. One wants to be a slave. One wants to write dirty magazines.
Get into some yaoi stuff.
But Shimonetta and things like that. Anyways, what were some of the big things for you this year in anime?
Let's see here. Mieraku-chan, of course. We even have that on Anime-Versal Reviewed. My Senpai is annoying. I really like that, even though I don't really gravitate toward slice of life. But it was fun.
Not without some dirtiness.
Exactly.
To it, right?
I need a little more. I like smut in my life. I like darkness in my life. I like action and intensity.
The one we're watching now, Yamada's first time H something BK. That a high school girl that is very, very interested in her sexuality, sex life.
She wants her V card taken, but she wants 100. V card.
She keeps talking about 100 guys, but she's never even kissed a dude.
Yeah, she is incredibly awkward, doesn't know what she's doing, and it's hilarious.
It is.
And it's the girl who does the voice of Misaka from
Mikoto Misaka from Railgun and Index.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's fun to hear her. So yeah, like we've been enjoying that. But yeah, like Dr. Stone, the Stone Wars was really good. Cells at Work Code Black came out this year. I thought it was last year, but we were just watching it.
No, Code Black came out this year.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, Code Black came out this year. The other two came out prior.
Yeah. And then what else am I missing? Star Wars Visions.
Oh, so good.
SSS Dynazenon. You really liked it. It was good. It's not really my, my area. That's not the genre I go with. But
Instance domination, bitch.
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation has been amazing.
We've been waiting on the dub to finish up. Oh my god, that show is great.
I highly recommend that show.
And having the voice of Akane from SSSS Gridman, the show that is part of the same universe as Dynazenon, having her voice what's her name, the princess, is just great.
Eris.
Love Eris. Yeah, love it. Absolutely. Megalobox is something else that I got to watch. Brian and I reviewed the first season 2, called Megalobox. Nomad came out, knocked it out of the park with just this. Brian and I finished the first season. We're like, where are you guys gonna go with this? Like, I have no idea what you could even possibly. Oh, that's what you're doing. Bravo! Oh, if you guys have not seen Megalobox season 1, check it out, and then please do watch season 2. Season 1's a good just sports anime.
I don't
got
like
a decent
sports
little
anime.
arc. It's nothing amazing.
Okay.
But season 2, man, they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna do a regular sports anime. We're gonna shit all over these characters and then beat them up and then beat them up some more and at the very end you get a good cathartic release, I guess you could say. It's interesting. It's interesting, but
yeah, because that's like one of the anime genres that I just have no interest touching. Mm-hmm. We tried once with the hockey.
We wanted to get into the girls hockey.
I thought it would have been so cool, but
even get past the first episode.
Yeah, it's like what were they doing? It was like a knitting club or something, and I'm just like, I wanted to see girls beat up each other.
Yeah,
not like the way you see like in
a shonen or something.
Well, not just that, but like the way male hockey is, and it was just like, I wanted to see a little, some roughness and, because it is a rough sport. It's a very much a contact sport, hockey. So it was just like, I wanted to see that. That would have been cool. But yeah, I don't want to watch like a baseball anime or anything like that. That's not my cup of tea. So, but it failed.
I just wanted to know who in Japan thought it was a good idea to open the show with Team Japan beating Team Canada. First off, Team USA women's hockey has gotten quite a few wins over Team Canada, and we all know Canada usually hosts the world's best hockey teams. Not in the NHL. Go Pens. How many cups has the country of Canada won?
Yeah,
anyway,
but
Japan
still,
beating Canada is not gonna happen.
Yeah, Canada is amazing at hockey, so it's just kind of like one of those like, what the fuck?
That's wishful thinking, guys. Like, no, Sweden, sure. Russia, yeah. U.S., Japan, no.
That sounds kind of strange, yeah. So, yeah, it started off with a giant question mark in my head of like, what the hell is going on? And then it just turned into, okay, this is getting too girly.
Yeah.
So,
was there any anime that you wanted to watch that ended up being disappointing, or everything that you wanted to see pretty much turned out good? That
came out this year?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. I mean, because we've been all over the place with years of anime, so it's kind of like one of those. We tried something the other day and didn't like it, but that didn't come out this year. So there hasn't been anything disappointing that I have seen. I'm sure there are disappointing animes that I would have been disappointed in, but we didn't touch on them.
Yeah.
So
let's go ahead and do our picks for our favorite anime of 2021, whether it's a second season or whatever. What do you got?
Miraku-chan.
I can respect that. Go ahead, tell everyone a little bit about the show and why you loved it so much.
She sees dead people.
Well, she sees spirits.
Yeah, well, stop ruining my joke.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't even pay attention to that part.
Read between the lines. Yeah, so she sees spirits. She's trying to ignore them. It's not working out for her. And, so it's kind of like, having to deal with all of this. I don't want to give away the whole thing. But that's what she does. She's got, a friend. She makes a new friend. I'll at least spoil that part.
Slice of life with horror.
Yeah. So that's pretty much.
What'd you like about it? But I'm talking so far away from the mic. Sorry, guys.
It was very beautiful. The spirits were well done. It was the perfect amount of gore.
The artwork is amazing.
Yeah, I liked the relationship with the friends. Just kind of, took me back a little. Whereas, like, going to the convenience store, like we used to always do that. I'd spend my allowance just, going to the shop at and getting like Burger King and then, like getting something else and then getting the hell out of there. But yeah, we just, kind of took me back from there. And then just seeing, like, we also talked about the music when we were reviewing it. It just, it created that intense environment, just really, sold it, and it was great.
They used distortion in some really good ways, some really intense scenes. Oh my god. Personally, I had to choose between the Dr. Stone season 2, the Stone Wars, or SSSS Dynazenon. Why? Both are follow-ups, so to speak, to something else. And what I kind of had to do was like, which one was more, I don't know, I don't want to say shocking, but which one pumped me up more. Dr. Stone Wars feels so much like, just like the whole arc from season 1 through prologue of Dr. Stone feels like one giant thing, and I think that's on purpose. Almost like after the tournament in season 1, from that point forward should be the Stone Wars once Hyoga attacks. But regardless, I'm gonna give it to Dynazenon.
Okay.
I'm gonna let that eke out because it was so unique, so layered, so well done. The characters are, I mean, Brian and I reviewed this on Anime-Versal Reviews, between grief and moving on, self-love. You think of Koyomi. I know I mess up his name, but he's a NEET, as they say in Japan. He's not in education, he's not employed, he's staying at home, and then he has to learn how to not be that, self-respect and move on. It's just such an amazing show, an emotional journey. Awesome fucking music, man. That damn intro hits, and fuck, see episode 6 when Grid Knight shows up. Oh, I just watching it like, oh my god, is that fucking, it's Grid Knight. It's like WWE. It's Grid Knight.
Oh my god. Yeah, with this anime, I even enjoyed parts of it. It's not really something that I go for a lot, but I mean, there were parts that even I enjoyed. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the characters a lot. They worked really well together.
I love how almost the main protagonist, Yomogi, is just a normal guy.
Yeah.
No, really, his biggest issue, his mom is dating again. We don't know if dad died, dad's divorced, left, pre-marital child, whatever. We don't know. It doesn't matter. We just know that mom's dating.
It's not some profound negativity going on in his life.
He's just, I don't care. I'm not into it. The guy offers him money. Yomogi picked up a job just so he could earn money of his own. He doesn't want to rely on others, but it's not like a self-determined, like, it's not like a focus. It's just who he is.
Yeah.
There's a time where everyone kind of gets separated and locked into like a dream world where they got to process these things. And his whole thing to process is, my mom's dating someone, whatever. And he breaks out of it just like that.
Yeah.
And I love that because there's a lot of really just great people out there in the world that do great things, that don't come from some sort of tragic upbringing, that don't need a big event to make them.
There's no tale of woe.
Yeah, they're just good from the get-go. They listened to that annoying voice in the back of the head. So I really appreciated that, and the whole thing with the little kaiju that they're trying to control with instance domination, and how that pays off at the last episode. Man, that's just, I love that final fight scene. That's beautiful animation. The music's great, and Yomogi coming to save the day. Dynazenon, and I cannot wait for the Gridman Universe movie that's been announced. That'll kind of finish this up. I'm kind of hoping for a series, but man, you guys only got one shot to land this fucking bird. Now you don't get a few episodes to work it out. But I'm stoked for it. So yeah. Anything else you want to say about 2021? Anything you want to say you're looking forward to next year?
God, there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to next year. Jeez. Chainsaw Man comes out.
Not just anime, but everything.
Yeah, but that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Absolutely. I'm stoked for that one.
And then, of course, Cobra Kai Season 4, getting to watch all of that. And we just started the Book of Boba Fett. I'd like to see more of that, kind of bleeding into the next year. What about you?
Moon Knight. Motherfucking Moon Knight. I have been waiting for a Moon Knight show since the Netflix shows dropped. And then after, I can't remember if it was Lemire or Bemis that was writing the kind of reboot after the Secret Wars event of Moon Knight, but that was fucking phenomenal. That's one of my tops.
Somewhere around here, isn't it?
What, Moon Knight? No, actually, I don't have a Moon Knight figure. I wish I did.
You had...
I've got a little...
your cousin customized.
I don't remember which... It's one of the vinyl figures. I do have that. It's in the other room because it's supposed to go on this wall that I haven't finished. And then I think... I don't know. Movie-wise... Thor's up there pretty high. Yeah. Doctor Strange up there really, really high. Star Wars, I don't know. I really don't know. But movies, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, there's a lot of Marvel projects coming out that are going to be really good.
Anime, Chainsaw Man, the Dr. Stone's special episode we're supposed to get. There's a few things, but mostly I'm just hoping. I know the Omicron wave is going on right now, but I'm really hoping that we can get into more movies in the theaters. Our son is older. He's doing much better in theaters, and yeah. So that's mostly what I want to see is more movies in theaters, and more anime, because that's like the only place left for real escapism.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, please do check out LRMonline.com and Genreverse.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Written articles, interviews, the podcast news, rumors, even our own personal scoops every now and then, all available on those sites. LRM's YouTube channel, I don't have to talk about it for too much long. No, I'm joking. I'll always mention it. Please do stay subscribed there. Lots of great content. All of our interviews go up here. Red carpet, Zoom, in person on set, even every now and then. Round tables, all the podcasts. Most of the back catalog will remain up here. I put some back catalog on the new channel. And guys, if you're watching us on the Genreverse YouTube channel, please do subscribe to it. It's a little bare right now because I have not published all the back stuff as you guys are looking at it on this video. But by the time you're watching this video, there should be more on there from the great shows like Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast with Nick and Jammer, which I am sending out our personal, deepest, best wishes, prayers, and all that for the state of Colorado, especially for our friends there, Jammer and Nick and their families. Daily COG, the Cantina, the Dragon Review's only got one episode left. We're doing like a season 2 expectations and a talking about the animated shorts. The Daily COG, I think I already mentioned it. Anime-Versal Reviews, and then so sometime hopefully in the next month or two, we should see the return of Midnight Run. We've been stacking up the dirty anime that we've watched. Need to work on some scripts and stuff, and guys, hopefully that'll all work out. Christine, anything you want to talk about?
Did you mention the No Mercy podcast?
We did at the beginning. If you
okay, I don't remember. No. If you already mentioned it, because I couldn't remember. I'm like, because there's a long list.
We were talking about TV shows. I think we mentioned.
Well,
it.
I just meant like toward the end.
No,
but it's coming.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Please do subscribe to that new Genreverse YouTube channel, and then we'll talk to you on Monday. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.